Okay, so good morning to everyone. Now, today in the last class, I have given the overview of the applet programming. So, today we will see the details about the applet programming, and I will show you the implementation also that how the applet programming can be done. So, before that, we will start that what is applet programming. Now, in the brief discussion, I have already said that applet is basically what it is a Java program. So applet is basically a Java program that runs in the web browser. Means this Java program we run in the web browser. But basically we say normally when we open the web browser, we see the HTML file. So then where this Java program is related. Now, when we open, normally we open the web browser, we see the HTML file. But in the backend, this applet runs. So this applet is basically a Java program that is embedded inside the HTML file. So that's why when we open the HTML file in the web browser, so basically we open the web browser and our HTML file is open. But in the backend, this applet program is loaded and run. So this now for this, we have to use a Java enabled web browser, because if we didn't use a Java enabled web browser, then we cannot run this applet. So from here, we simple words, we can say that this is applet is a type of a Java program which is embedded in the HTML file. And when we open the web browser, we see the HTML file. But in the backend, this applet program is loaded and run. So applet is also, now we have seen like this, that there is an exception class, throwable class, then the arithmetic exception class, then array in out of bound exception class. So like this, each and every classes are present. Then thread class. So all of these are predefined classes that are present in Java. Like this same, a class named applet is also present. Applet, this is a predefined class. This predefined applet class is present in the our Java. Our Java, this predefined class, like this class is same like this also present in our Java, that this applet class. Now in which package this applet class reside? This applet class reside in the java.applet. In java.applet, this class reside, java.applet. Inside it, this predefined applet class is present. So now if we want to use this predefined applet class, if we want to use in our program, then what we have to do? We have to import this package. Otherwise, if we didn't import the package, then we cannot use this class in our program. So to use this predefined applet class in our program, we have to import java.applet.applet class. Now sometimes you may see I will write java.applet.star. Like this sometimes I will write. Now this star means what? All the classes that are present in this java.applet package will be imported in your program. Now star means all classes, and among them this all classes are present, and among them one class is applet. So you can write like this, java.applet.applet like this, or you can write java.applet.star. The difference of that is, if we write java.applet.star, that means all the classes that are present in this java.applet package will be imported in our program. But if we write java.applet.applet, this class, then that means this applet class that is present in java.applet will be imported in our program. So this is the difference. Star mean all the classes. And if we mention this, that means this applet class only be imported in our program. So basically we do what? We write star. Why we write star? Because sometimes there may be necessary that another classes that are present, we have to use in our program. Then for that, what we will do? Because if we write java.applet.applet, then that means what? Only this applet class will be imported. But if we write java.applet.star, that means all the classes that are present inside this java.applet will be imported in our program. So we write like this. Now, in the applet, there is thing that we didn't use the main method. The main method we didn't use in the applet. Now, in all of the Java programming till now, we have seen that we have used the main method. We have used the main method. But this is an exception that in applet programming, we didn't use the main method. So in the applet programming, there will no main present, no main method should be present. And also that is already discussed that applet is designed to embedded within an HTML page, because when you open the web browser, the HTML file open, and in the backend, our applet programming is loaded and run. Also, JVM is required to view an applet. Same like that, we know that Java virtual machine that is used for our seeing the viewing the programs in Java. So for compilation, we use this Java virtual machine. This Java virtual machine is also required to view an applet also. And applet has some strict security rules. There is some strict security rules that are enforced by the web browser. And we call this security as the sandbox security. So same as that, in the thread, we have already seen that the life cycle of a thread, same as that an applet has also a life cycle. That means applet has also a life cycle present. Now, sorry. So in thread, we have seen that there are our states are present. There are newborn state, then running or runnable state, then block state, then date state, and executing or calling some method, we will go from this state to that state. We have seen like that the life cycle of the thread. Same as that, the life cycle of an applet is also present. The life cycle of an applet, we have four state. But 1 minute, Pankaj, I will answer your question. 1 minute, I explain it, then you will ask. The fourth state is what? The applet initialized. Then the another state is applet running, applet stopped, and applet destroyed. These are the four state we have. Okay. Okay, so Pankaj, what you are asking?
So what is the name of security system you said?
Security system?
So you said security system name. What is that name?
The web browser, that is called the sandbox security. That is named as the sandbox. Sandbox.
Yes, sir.
The name is the sandbox security. I will show you, today I will show you that how the applet programming can be done. The implementation I will show you. So this applet is basically, this applet has also a life cycle. This life cycle means this applet will have this fourth state. Now when at first we have to use the init method. At first we have to use init method. Now if we use the init method, then that means the applet is in the applet initialized state. So when we call the init method, then that means the applet is in the initialized state. So that means all the variables or object in our applet programming will be initialized. So this state will perform what? This applet initialized state. So when we call the init method, then that means all the applet, in our applet, the variables and our object which is present will be initialized at first. Now when we consume the init method or call the init method, then after the applet, now after its variables and object are initialized, it is in the applet initialized state, then it will call start method. So when we call the start method, then that means the applet will move in the running state. So the applet will start running when we call the start method. Then the applet will go to the applet running state. After that, if the applet use stop method, this applet calls the stop method, then the applet will go from running state, applet running state, to applet stop state if it calls the stop method. But let's say the applet is stopped. Now, let's say the applet is stopped. After that, it can also call the start method and it can go to the applet running state again. So this is the vice versa, that if the applet is running and in that meantime it called the stop method, then that means the applet will be stopped and it will go to the applet stop state. But if after that again it called the start method, then the applet will go to the applet running state again. And if our applet is in the applet stop state and after that it called the destroy method, then the applet will be killed or destroyed. So these are the methods. These are the three methods which we use in the applet. One is init, another one is start, then stop. Four methods: init, start, stop, and destroy. So these are the four methods we use in our life cycle of an applet. Okay. So this is the life cycle of our applet. Now, this program, how to create the first applet, this program, I will show you the physical implementation. So I will share the screen and it will be visible to you that how I run the program. So first, we know that we will use let's say a text document we will use, and inside it we will start writing. So first we will write the Java code. Now I have already said that when we will use the applet coding, we know that we have to write the Java code and also the HTML code. Because why? The applet, this applet, in the back end of the HTML file, this code will run, this Java code will run. So we have to use the Java code, we have to use the write the Java code as well as the HTML code. Okay, so first I will write the Java code, then I will write the HTML code. So first, we all said that first we have to use import command. So import java dot applet dot star. That means what? This package, that thing I have explained, that the package should be imported. The package should be imported in our program. So java.applet package, this java.applet package, and inside it star means all the classes. So inside this java.applet package, all the classes that are present will be imported in our program. So we write import java.applet.star. And another package we have to use here, that is Java AWT dot star. Now AWT stands for Abstract Window Toolkit. Now there will be the graphical representation. So we have to import this AWT package, AWT component, because we will see it as the frame. When I will explain the AWT components, then it will be clear that there are AWT components in our Java present, like our frame, then button, then text box. All of these are like abstract window toolkit, and these classes are present in java.awt package. Now we will see the output, like let's say we want to see our, here in this program we will basically see that there will be like this, a window will be there and some things should be written, some statement should be written like this. So we will see that. So for this, like this, a frame should be present. So for frame we have to use this frame class is present in the java.awt package, or some graphical things we are doing. Now for doing these graphical things in Java, we have a class named graphics. We have Java predefined in Java a name that is graphics. Now to use this graphics class is present in this java.awt package, abstract window toolkit package. So that's why we have to import this package also in our program. So these two packages we have used. Now the next step will be, what will be our next step? We know public class. Let's say we are giving it the name applet new. This is our own applet class and we are naming it as the applet new. Extends. Now we have already discussed that in applet we have a predefined. In Java we have a predefined applet class. So we will use it here, applet. Now this applet we are able to use because this applet is present in java.applet package, and inside it we are importing all the classes. So that means this applet class will be present inside this. So that's why we are able to write this statement, public class applet new. This is our own applet class is extending predefined applet class. This predefined applet class is present in Java, and to use this predefined applet class we uses this package, import java.applet.star. Okay, so that's why we able to use it. Otherwise, if we didn't use this package, then we cannot use this predefined applet class. And you can say that, sir, we can use import java.applet.applet. Yes, you can do that also. Star means all the classes. That's why I am going that all the classes should be imported. So that's why I use star. You can write java.applet.applet also. Then that time what will happen? That time only this applet class will be imported in our program. But here the difference is all the classes that are present in java.applet is imported in our program. This is the difference. Now, after this, we will write public void paint. Now, this public void paint, this method, this public void paint, this method is present in this applet class. Now, as the condition of the inheritance, we know that if a method that is present in the our parent class, we can override that method in the child class. So this is what, this is the parent class, and this applet new is the child class. So here we are extending. So that means the method that is present in this predefined applet class will be loaded in the, will be extend by this own applet class. So that means inside it, the method that is present will came to this applet new of our class in this applet new class. And inside that, we will do what? We will override that method. So here we are overriding that method. So public void paint, we write, and after that, we will write as a parameter. What we will send as a parameter? As a parameter, we will send graphics class object. Graphics, let's say we are naming it as graphics G. So graphics class object we are sending as a parameter. Now, this graphics class is what? This graphics class is a predefined class in Java, and this G, it is the object. So graphics class object we are sending as a parameter. Now this graphics class is present in the AWT package. So that's why I have imported java.awt package, and inside of it all the classes we are importing in our program. Because if we didn't write this statement, import java.awt.star, then that means we cannot use the graphics class, because graphics class is present inside this java.awt package. So that's why we have to import java.awt package here. Otherwise we cannot do this. So we have imported java.awt package in our program. So this method will do what? In this method we do public void paint, and as a parameter we have sent the graphics class, predefined graphics class object. Okay, then after that what we do inside this method, now in our child class we are overriding that method. So using this graphics class object, so G is the graphics class object, we will call drawString method. We will call drawString method. Now this drawString method is present in the graphics class. So that means we want to access the method of that present in the graphics class. So what we have to do? We have to call the method that is present inside the graphics class with the object of it. So the object is G, and with that object we are calling the drawString method. Because if with that object we didn't call that, that means with this object we are calling the drawString method. This method is present in the graphics class. Inside this graphics class, this method is present, and we have to use that because we want to draw something. So for that, this method is already present in the graphics class. Now to access that, we have to use graphics class object, and through object we can call this particular drawString method. So that's why as a parameter we have said graphics class object, and with this object we call the drawString method that is present in the graphics class. Okay. So then next, now this method will take 3 parameters. Now what are the parameters? The parameters is a statement should be there, and it will use X and Y coordinate. So let's say the statement we want to print in this applet, that is, let's say my name I want to print. So that's why I have written like this, my name I want to print. And there will be hello. Okay. So that means what? Now we have used here the string that should be printed. So this is the string, and this string will be printed in x and y coordinates. So in this screen, we will divide x and y coordinate. In the x and y coordinate, this is y and this is x. So in x and y coordinate, where this string will be printed, we will give some value. So that's why we are giving, let's say we are giving the value as 100.100. So that means in this position, x and y position, we are saying that in 100,100 location in the screen, the string should be present. The string should be printed. And after that, this is. So this is what? This is our Java code. So we save it first. In the desktop, we will save it and give the name of the class same as it. So applet new. Applet new dot Java. Okay. So we have done our Java code. So we have already done our Java code. Now we say that with this, our HTML code will also be present because we know that applet is embedded in the applet is basically embedded in the HTML file. So we have to write the HTML code also here. Now, how we will write the HTML code in this? We will see that. Now we will write the HTML code. So the HTML code, inside this HTML code, how an HTML will be written? So in HTML,
अलग-अलग बना के इसको कंपाइल जॉइन कर देते हैं क्या?
किसके? इसमें?
हाँ सर।
ना, इसमें क्या होता है? इसमें तुम्हारा
नहीं, आप पहले
ऑटोमेटिकली
एप्लेट बनाए उसके बाद अभी HTML कोड लिख रहे हैं।
कौन सा?
अभी आप तो एप्लेट बनाए ना, एप्लेट क्लास बनाए, उसके
हाँ
बाद
हाँ
अभी
हाँ,
आप
फिर
HTML लिख रहे हैं,
HTML,
मतलब
क्योंकि देखो हम लोग का एप्लेट हम क्या बोल रहे हैं? एप्लेट मतलब ही क्या है कि एप्लेट जो जावा कोड मेरा है, वो जावा कोड मेरा HTML फाइल के अंदर एम्बेडेड है। तो इसीलिए क्या है कि HTML फाइल जो है उसका बैकएंड में मेरा ये एप्लेट रन करते हैं। तो हमको क्या है, एप्लेट एज वेल एज HTML दोनों को ही मुझे लिखना है। और इधर से कैसे हम करते हैं कि इसका जो बाइट कोड है ना, मतलब इसको देखो, ये जो एप्लेट हम लिखे हैं, इसको जब हम कंपाइल करेंगे तो मेरा क्या होगा? बाइट कोड क्रिएट होगा। उस बाइट कोड को क्या है, हम HTML कोड में ट्रांसफर करेंगे। हम दिखाएंगे HTML कोड में कि कैसे लिंक हो रहा है ये। ठीक है?
ओके सर।
अब देखो HTML में है, HTML में कैसे हम दिखाएंगे। तो HTML कैसे हम लोग लिखते हैं? फर्स्ट HTML टैग ओपन करते हैं, तो HTML टैग हम लोग ओपन करते हैं। फिर टाइटल। हाँ, टाइटल में क्या है कि तुम जो दे सकते हो। लेट्स से कोई स्टेटमेंट दिए कि हम लिखे आवर एप्लेट प्रोग्राम बोल के, लेट्स से हम लिखे आवर एप्लेट प्रोग्राम, जो भी स्टेटमेंट तुम दे सकते हो। और उसके बाद हम लोग क्या करते हैं, खत्म हो जाने के बाद उसको बंद करने, एंडिंग टैग हम देते हैं। उसको एंडिंग में हम लोग एंडिंग टैग देते हैं। अब देखो इसमें हम लोग यूज करते हैं एक टैग, वो है एप्लेट कोड। एप्लेट कोड टैग, एप्लेट कोड। ठीक है? इक्वल टू, इसके अंदर हम क्या करेंगे, इसके अंदर देखो ये जो एप्लेट न्यू जो जावा क्लास है, इसको अगर हम एग्जीक्यूट करेंगे, इसको अगर हम एग्जीक्यूट करते हैं तो बाइट कोड मेरा क्रिएट होगा। एप्लेट न्यू जो क्लास है, जावा क्लास है, इसको अगर हम लोग कंपाइल करते हैं तो बाइट कोड क्रिएट होता है। और बाइट कोड का एक्सटेंशन क्या होता है, डॉट क्लास। मतलब
क्लास।
फाइल नेम सेम रहेगा, फाइल नेम डॉट क्लास। तो इधर क्या जैसे लिखा है, हम देखो जैसे लिख के है ऐसे ही मुझे इधर लिखना है। ऐसे कैसे लिखे, एप्लेट न्यू। तो हम इसके अंदर क्या करेंगे, इसके अंदर हम लोग लिखेंगे एप्लेट न्यू डॉट क्लास। समझे, मतलब क्या है कि हम
सर
लोगों का
लेकिन अभी तो बाइट कोड बना ही नहीं है।
बाइट कोड बना नहीं है, मगर यही बाइट कोड बनेगा। यही तो अगर हम कंपाइल करेंगे तो यही इसका बाइट कोड तो बनेगा। हम लोग तो जानते हैं कि फाइल नेम जो होता है वो फाइल नेम ही होता है, उसके बाद उसका एक्सटेंशन डॉट क्लास, यही होता है। यही तो हम लोगों का होता है नॉर्मली। तो हम लोग इसीलिए क्या है उसको एज्यूम कर लेते हैं कि यही होगा। इसीलिए क्या है कि सेम नेम हम लोग रख रहे हैं, उसको क्या है उसका एक्सटेंशन यही बनेगा। जब हम उसको कंपाइल करेंगे यही एक्सटेंशन बनेगा, एप्लेट न्यू डॉट क्लास। क्योंकि बाइट कोड में क्या होता है, जब बाइट कोड मेरा क्रिएट होता है उसमें हम लोगों का जो क्लास नेम होगा, क्लास नेम देन डॉट क्लास एक्सटेंशन बाइट कोड का होता है, तो वही हम लोग रखेंगे इसलिए। और विथ इक्वल टू, अब देखो विथ एक्स वाई कोऑर्डिनेट, मतलब इसको हम लोग नॉर्मली जो कंप्यूटर स्क्रीन में देखेंगे तो विथ और हाइट मुझे मेंशन करना होगा, विथ और हाइट। तो विथ और हाइट तुम जो भी दे सकते हो, लेट्स से हम 300 और 300 दे रहे हैं। और उसके बाद क्या है कि हम लोगों को एप्लेट टैग को क्लोज करना है। देन हम लोगों को फाइनली HTML टैग जो है, HTML टैग को हम लोग क्लोज करेंगे। ठीक है, अब इसको हम फर्स्ट सेव करते हैं। तो नेम देते हैं, मानो कि जो भी एक नेम y डॉट, हाँ इसको जब सेव करेंगे तो हम लोग को डॉट HTML इसका एक्सटेंशन देना है, क्योंकि ये HTML कोड है। तो इसको हम लोग डॉट HTML एक्सटेंशन देके इसको हम लोग सेव करेंगे। ठीक है, तो अब देखो हम लोगों का हो गया है। नाउ वी विल रन द कोड। अब देखो फर्स्ट मुझे लोकेशन में जाना है, तो लोकेशन में हम गए। अब फर्स्ट हम लोग जावा सी एप्लेट न्यू जो क्लास नेम है जावा, ठीक है। देखो अब इसका नेम तो सेम ही है, हम प्रॉपर्टीज में जाए तो देखो पाओ उसका नेम देखो क्या है, एप्लेट न्यू डॉट क्लास, सेम नेम। इसीलिए क्या है हम लोग नेम सेम रखे थे, यही तो हम लोग एप्लेट न्यू क्लास जो है उसको ही तो हम लोग सेंड करे थे। ये जो है इस कोड में क्या है, HTML कोड में एप्लेट न्यू डॉट क्लास, इसको ही तो हम लोग सेंड करे थे इसीलिए। देन एप्लेट व्यूअर और एप्लेट व्यूअर, इधर हम लोग को कोड जो यूज करना होता है उसका नाम है एप्लेट व्यूअर, एप्लेट व्यूअर फॉर viewing the applet. Then our HTML, y.html. देखो जावा एनेबल्ड वेब ब्राउजर, इसलिए जावा का ऐसे हम लोग को दिया हुआ है। और इधर देखो इस कोऑर्डिनेट में एप्लेट हम लोग का स्टार्ट हो चुका है। और इस विंडो में क्या है, हम जो स्ट्रिंग पास किए थे उस स्ट्रिंग को क्या है, उस स्ट्रिंग को शो कर रहा है 100,100 लोकेशन में। और ये जो साइज है उसका विड्थ कितना है, 300,300। तो ऐसे हम लोग एप्लेट जो है, हाँ एप्लेट जो है ये बैकएंड में रन करते हैं, इसलिए एप्लेट स्टार्ट होने में थोड़ा टाइम लगता है, थोड़ा टाइम एप्लेट स्टार्ट होने में लगता है। तो इसीलिए क्या है, जब हम इसको रन करेंगे तो ऐसे आउटपुट मेरा शो करेगा। देखो एक विंडो देके उसके अंदर जो हम लोग ऐसे हेडर में दिए थे, हेडर में देके उसको जो नाम है वो नाम शो कर रहा है ऐसे। तो ये हम लोग क्या है कि एप्लेट व्यूअर देके उस एप्लेट को व्यू कर सकते हैं। क्लियर?
यस
तो जो
सर।
HTML लिखे वो भी नोटपैड में लिखे हैं?
वो भी नोटपैड में, सब तुम लिखोगे नोटपैड में लिखोगे, सिर्फ एक्सटेंशन उसको सेव करोगे। एक्सटेंशन उसको क्या है, एक्सटेंशन जब HTML लिखे तब हम .html देके उसका एक्सटेंशन सेव करें, और उसको क्या है जब हम जावा कोड लिखे उसको .java एक्सटेंशन देके सेव करें। बट सबसे जो इम्पोर्टेंट चीज है, ये जब एप्लेट कोड में तुम डॉट क्लास फाइल को सेंड करोगे, ये तुमको ठीक से ख्याल रखना है, क्योंकि ये अगर गलत सेंड हुआ तो नहीं शो करेगा, क्योंकि कनेक्शन एस्टेब्लिशमेंट बिटवीन देम विल नॉट बी डन। क्योंकि इधर इधर क्या है कि HTML फाइल के साथ हम लोग जो जावा कोड है, जावा कोड को हम लोग का ज्वाइनिंग कर रहा है हम लोग। तो इसलिए क्या है कि उस देखो जो मेरा बाइट कोड है, बाइट कोड को हम लोग HTML फाइल के अंदर ट्रांसफर कर रहे हैं उस बाइट कोड को। तो इसलिए क्या है, ये जगह सबसे, क्योंकि अलग नेम से सेंड करोगे, जैसे लिखा है ऐसे ही तुमको सेंड करना है। डॉट क्लास जो क्रिएट होगा